Today I am sharing what we use for 4th grade curriculum. We are well within the year, and so this is sort of like, here's what we have and this is what we're doing. Here's where we're at, an update, kind of progress, and what I liked about what we chose for the year. My name is Bina Walker. I have 5 kiddos, a 4th, 2nd, and a kindergartner and a preschooler and a 10-month-old baby, and we are on our 3rd year homeschooling, and I'm so excited to share with you guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get started. Okay, so we use the TImberdoodle Elite Kits, and they are a company based in Washington State, and they basically just curate a bunch of different wonderful hands-on amazing works, and they put together a kit for you, and they have different packages, and we do the Elite Kits, and we have, I believe, about 6 or 7 of their kits. I don't remember, but we have the preschooler, the pre-K, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So how many preschool? Preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6 kits. So we have 6 kits with them. And so we, this coming up year, we are going to buy the 5th grade kit and then, replenish all the books. And so with every single kit, we get a wonderful scheduler planner here. And it's really great because it kind of describes all the different works. And there's also an awesome obsessed reader, sort of, here's awesome books that your kiddos should be sort of reading, and they're just ideas, and I love this thing. I basically read through every single one before we start the school year to kind of reset, and then I buy books off of these lists, and I love them. They also have something called the online scheduler where you're able to plan out your days, your weeks, your whole entire year, add different subjects and stuff like that, and so we use that as well. With our 4th grade Elite Kit, we also supplement using other things, and so I will let you know what we do. And so first I'm just going to go through art because that's super fun, and I have it right here. We basically still have things from the previous year that we keep that she can use while I'm doing a read aloud, or we're doing morning time, she can grab something from there. And so in the actual 4th grade kit, she has this My Incredible Inventions, and it's basically just inventing and drawing different things, and she just loves doing this one. This one's a really fun one. And then we have here this mosaic sticker artwork here, and she really likes that as well, and it's just fun for her to use and do when we do read alouds or do history or stuff like that. Here's her scratch art. She really likes doing this one as well, and there's a couple in here for her to do. And this one, you guys, I also got this for my 2nd grader for them to kind of do together and create different comics. And you guys, the storylines of what she's come up with and the characters are so incredible. This is so fun for her to do. It's so amazing, you guys, because then she's, not only is it art, but she's also doing writing, and she's also formulating how to create a story, make a storyboard, and it's just really fun to see how she's progressed throughout the year. These 2 things are from her kit last year, but we still have them for 4th grade because, they're super fun. This we bought off of Amazon, and this is Mystery Mosaics, and it's basically coloring numbers, which is really fun. And we do this when I'm doing a read aloud in the afternoons after the kiddo is, my little baby, put to bed. And we also have from last year Zentangles, and you guys, it is such a great art book for 3rd and 4th graders, and I bought this sketchbook to kind of go along with it so she can kind of make awesome, wonderful creations. With these kits, you guys, I absolutely love them. They have a lot of hands-on, things that I necessarily wouldn't have thought about, and so they have a robotics kit in there that we use, and I put it in this. Yes, it's amazing. I put it in the sweater container boxes from the Container Store. And I really like this because it's teaching them how things work. How do I follow directions? How do I build something from start to finish? And she really enjoys this and seeing how it actually moves and goes around after she's done making it. She really, 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 really loves it. So for her art, she also has the Starry Night pixel art, and it's basically, it's upside down, like little tiny pieces that she uses to create the Starry Night. I don't know if you can see the tiny little pieces or not. and I don't want to mess up her work. So let me try to show you what she's doing. So this is here what it looks like, and you can even create, like, you know, send in your picture and get a custom one, and they have a really cool tiger one as well. And so she is, here's her progress, you guys. It looks really, 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 really cool. My screen's over there, that's why I'm looking over there. But she works on this while I'm doing a read aloud. So for science, we do Science Revolution as a family, but we also got the kiddos the Evan and Moore science books, because we don't get to do the family subject every single week. We maybe do it like once or twice a month, and we use the whole curriculum for like 1 or 2 years. And so we are, you know, she's halfway done with it, and I like it because it's very simple. It's just, here's your unit, you can do it, and it has a fun activity at the end. She also, for science, has Dr. Bonafide. She also had this last year, and she just wanted to keep going with this series. And, you know, this is so incredibly fun. It's teaching you all the different, you know, bones and everything else. This year, it's the bones of the foot, leg, and the pelvis. And so she was really, really enjoying that. For geography, we do the Evan and Moore books for each kiddo, but as a family, we also do the loop subject, and I can link that video as well. Beautiful Feet books, and we use their geography kindergarten through 3rd grade, and they just love it because I love learning through literature. Let's read about a book, let's find it on a map and color a picture about it, and watch a YouTube video about that, you know, state, or about that. We're doing United States geography. So for math, we use Matthew C, and I love Matthew C because it's based on mastery. So each lesson builds off the previous lesson, and so they have, you know, for a week or 1.5 weeks, they have letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. ABC basically is, you know, here's what the lesson is, and then the other letters at the end of each lesson is reviewing from the previous lesson so they don't forget what they've learned. And so, you know, here we have, you know, she's doing division, and so that's a G. So see, it's like, here are all these different questions, and I basically have her do a front, back, front, or back, front, back every single day. We do school year round, so I don't want her to do, you know, like 15 to 20 pages of math. I think that's a lot for someone to do per week. And so we, you know, try to have math go all throughout the year, which is really nice. And so I have her watch the lesson, you know, when it's time to watch a lesson. It can be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because we don't do like Monday, you're starting a new lesson. And then I have her do the lesson in her notebook. So we have a math notebook. And now that she's doing long division, she's now flipping it, you know, this way, and then writing out, you know, the units, the tens and the hundreds. And she really likes having this math notebook. It also comes with a test booklet as well. So she does this at the end when she's done with her lesson. And it's not like I'm saying, I'm going to test you right now. It's just, let's work through this together. If she needs help, I'm there to help her. It also comes with a textbook, which is great. She reads the lesson, and then she'll watch the video. And then if she still needs help, we'll, you know, rewatch the video together. And I love that they have a digital pack online that you can also use. So for language arts, we do lots of things for language arts. We use Explode the Code for every single kiddo. They did this in their Montessori, and I really liked how it was laid out. And it just sort of taught the different chunks of consonants and vowels and the sounds, and the little illustrations are sometimes kind of hard to figure out, but they're still really cute, and she likes them, and we've just kept using that. And so for inside the kit, daily 6 trait, this is something that you can do a page every single day, but she just does, you know, 2 days at a time, or she does, you know, all 4 at a time. And so at the beginning of each lesson, they basically kind of say, here's what you do on day 1, do day 2, day 3, day 4, and then there's a journal at the end. And so here, you know, we just bought her a cute little journal, and I love this journal, you guys. I will link it. They have different covers, but I like that she's able to write on one side and then color on the other side. Daily 6 Trait doesn't tell you to draw a picture or color, but I do love seeing what they create and come up with. I just love what they create. And so for spelling, we use Spelling UC, and I really like this because it's, again, when you're using it with the teacher book and not just this, it's telling you what they're covering, like, okay, this is a chunk that makes this sound. This is what you're covering this week, to really emphasize that. If they're just using a workbook, it's just like they're just copying letters and then underlining these things. What are they actually learning, kind of a thing. So really using this with the teacher's manual is really great. I really like it because it's easy and go. They do have, you know, 10A, B, C, D, and E, so 5 days a week, and you're supposed to do spelling every single day with this, but I have her do A, B, and D because she already knows how to spell most of it. So we're also using this as a print penmanship, like here's how you should write this, you know, like make it really nice, and just kind of history. And what I like about it is this is all about ancient achievements, so they're learning so many things about, you know, what happened in the ancient world and, you know, history and stuff like that. So I love this one as well. We did look into all about spelling, and I was thinking about incorporating level 1 and 2 during morning time, just so we can get those, you know, I guess rules of spelling and rules of phonics down, because I think that's really important. Of how do I decode a word, you know, like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How in the world would I decode that word if I had it all spelled out? Or, you know, I can't even think of one right now. If there's a really large word with, you know, 15 letters, how would I break that into syllables? And so knowing those different rules, and, you know, they make it kind of fun with the activities and such, and all about spelling. So I really want to teach this to our kiddos. We are doing all about reading for the kiddos, and so she is doing all about reading level 4 because Ada's on there, and I just wanted her to come in and do those lessons with us. She also has Language Smart. She did this last year as well, and this is just like, you know, speech and grammar and spelling and reading and word parts and sentences and writing. And so she has to, you know, like, you know, what are the different similes? And so here it's just like the different parts of speech and pronouns and, you know, linking verbs, adjectives, is it an adverb, capitalization, commas, quotation marks, semicolons, and just drama, writing, all that sort of stuff. So there are about 300 pages in this thing. So she does about 8 to 10 pages per week, and I have her do a front, back, or back, front every day, or, you know, she'll do all 8 in one day. And it is very difficult to do 8 pages all at one time. So I'm always encouraging her to plan out her week so she is able to spread it out for her. For her reading, you know, yes, she is doing all about reading with us, but they have Mazdas, and she is on level Ruby. And so she has her journal. And so for all the questions inside this textbook, she writes her journal in here. She answers the questions. She draws what she needs to do. If it says to make a poster, she'll do it in her actual journal. And then they have the workbook that goes along with it. Let me show you what the workbook looks like. And so it's just, you know, questions. They have Venn diagrams in there, comparison, like how would you do this, take it one step further. And we really like to do this as well. And so every day I just have her do 30 minutes of Mazda. So like put a bookmark in it, move on, move 30 minutes to where you need to be. If it's questions that day, well then spend 30 minutes on questions, and then when it's done, shut the book. And I really like their textbook because it's just so vivid. There's color, there's, you know, interesting stories, and they have you dig deeper in certain things. There's a whole section on poems, and I just like the literary choices that they used for this curriculum. So in the kit for history, Story of the World is what we use as a family for history. Also, these books came with them as well. She's already done with these. And so I have the Who Was books. And so I have history reading on top of this because I want my kiddo to know about what happened in the world, what happened in China, what happened in India, what happened in South America, what happened everywhere, who are our historical figures around the world, and, you know, also in the United States. And so in the kit and in the planner that comes with it, they have something called the Obsessed Reader or the Light Reader, and they have all these different reading recommendations for your 4th grader. In every single kit they have awesome recommendations for books, you guys, like hundreds of books. So in her weekly planner, you guys, I added in a section, and let me show you where it says history reading, and I want her to do it for about 15 to 20 minutes. I say 15, but she always ends up doing like 45 minutes because she just loves reading. So here is her schedule for the whole entire week, and she basically just, you know, plans out her week. She does MASDAS every single day, math every single day, building thinking skills every single day. And then she sort of chooses about 5 to 7 different works on top of that to finish every single day. We do school Monday through Thursday, and we school basically year round. And TImberdoodle's online scheduler does all this for me, and I love planning this way. And so anyway, in their planners, their printed planners, they have a whole entire reading list on there. And so some of the books that she reads, I have her do a reading log, and this I just got off of Amazon. And you guys, I like that it's really basic, because I don't have a, school room filled with 20, 30 kids where I need them to write a book report to make sure that they, understood and got all the concepts in the book. I can have a conversation with my child. I can have her draw something that stuck out to her, or she can do, what she liked about it, what were her favorite, characters, and what she was surprised by, and how would she rate the book, and, why did she like that certain character. And so I really like that this is simple enough for her. And then, we end up having a conversation about it, or she journals about it, or she can, color or paint something about what she learned from the books. And so right now she is doing What's So Great About Texas, because we do Texas Good Citizenship and Texas history. And another book that she's reading is Black Beauty. It's one of the classics that was on that list. And for history, we do Story of the World, like I mentioned, but she also has her history reading. And so she's doing Who is Clara Barton and Who was Sally Ride. She's already done, I don't know, maybe about 10 more of these. And so right now, this is what she's doing. And you guys, I came across this book, History Smashers, and you guys, it makes it so fun. She's already done the Pearl Harbor one. And she just loves these, and she's gone through, I think, 2 or 3 of them already. And so she's doing this one. And then she's also doing Robert Frost poetry. She picked this one out. And then life skills. We have another one that she read that was a little bit better. This one she's like saying, it's kind of boring and there aren't that many pictures, which is fine. But, I want it to be fun for her. And I'll try and link it below. I don't really remember what it was called, but it's like another life skills for tweens or teenagers or something like that. And I had to read that one as well. And then she is reading the Magic Tree House fact chapter, all about Texas. That's part of her Texas curriculum that, we sort of made for her as well. And so on Fridays, I made a special checklist for her because we do Monday through Thursday school. Let me show you. On Fridays, I made a special checklist for her, and it's basically just a table in Word that I made, nothing fancy. And I want Fridays to be like our fun day where we're basically just doing school for like 2 hours, and then you can go build something, you can go create something, like go build a village of Legos or Calco Critters, or whatever you want to do. Like, go do that, go have fun. Or we go on field trips, right? Or we go to the zoo or something, we do something outdoors. And so I want Friday to just be like super, super small with sitting down work and then your fun works basically. And so she does a map of the United States with their capitals, and she memorizes the capitals and the states, and she also does U.S. geography reading. So her U.S. geography reading are books like this, and they're from Scholastic. I love them. I think they're like $5.99 each book or something like that. And so we have them for basically all the different, not all the states, but just a few of them. I think we have maybe like 12 of these. And so she's going through these as well on Fridays. I want her to read one of them. And then she also is doing 2 reading logs. So I don't have her do a reading log for every single book that she reads. I want her to pick. She'll finish maybe like 4 books a week, because the Who Was books takes her about an hour and a half to read through, because she's a 4th grader, and her reading, that's just where she is in her reading level. And so I want her to pick out of all the books that she's reading, off her Kindle or whatever, and actually complete 2 reading logs. And then she does 20 minutes of history reading. Again, those are the Who Was books or the History Smashers. It could even be a picture book about historical figures. TImberdoodle includes a test prep book in each of their kits, and I don't have them start this immediately. I wait until maybe November or December, sometimes January. I know I waited till January for our kindergartner, I believe. And it basically is like, okay, here are all the things you should know once you've completed your 4th grade. So I have her do about 4 to 5 pages every Friday, starting, you know, the end of November, beginning of December. It also helps me to gauge where she's at and what we still need to work on, and how I can maybe incorporate what she's missing from doing this book. And so then I also want her to do about 15 minutes of art, and really that's if we haven't gotten to our read aloud where she's able to work on one of her Zentangles or her, you know, her Starry Night or her mystery mosaic. She's able to do that on a Friday. And then I also want her to do a game with her younger brothers or her sister, and then a game that they haven't ever played before. We're really big on board games and making those connections and really learning through gaming and logic and how to be a good player. And right now we're actually learning storytime chess, and you guys, it is so amazing. It's a part of the kindergarten kit, but the whole family is doing it. I don't know how to play chess, and so it is so fun, you guys. And so she's been playing chess with her siblings. My 5-year-old knows how to play chess now, and it is so fun, you guys. All right. And then I want her to do her robotics. And so her robotics I don't actually have on her checklist in her planner from Monday through Thursday. I have it on Friday. And then I want her to also do 4 pages of building thinking skills. And then I want her to clean her room, do a practical life, like, you know, do laundry or do something else other than your chores to help our community, our home flow and thrive. And so she also wipes and cleans her cubby. She'll take all her bins out, wipe it out, and organize her different bins. So I got these bins off of Target online. I don't even remember how much they were, like $2 or $3 or something like that. And I basically label each bin with, you know, math or reading or language arts, and I just stack it up on her shelf, and then I keep it in the cabinet for her. And then that's really nice because then she has all of her things organized. She knows if my checklist says to do this, it's in the language arts section. I can grab it from this bin. And we also keep an area where we do our loop subjects. So we do science of the world, we do who is God, we also do good citizenship where we go through Texas history for kids, and then we also do the beautiful feet geography. In the morning time, I cover our different historical figures. We do poems, and we do 2 or 3 different devotionals. And this is where I also do Black history, Asian history, and we also do books about different historical figures that aren't necessarily in their curriculum. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below with what you guys do for your upcoming year. Do you kind of keep some of the things that they haven't finished, or do you just like stop and like, all right, we're done and let's move on to your next year? I'm really curious because, you know, she's sort of finishing Mazdas, but we're not all the way done there. Should she continue, or should we just stop and kind of go with her next level? Anyway, so I'm just kind of sort of juggling all of that and trying to figure that out in my head as I'm planning. And I like to take the month of May, June-ish, and July to sort of plan out my next year, because we do start school from July and we end the first week of June. And so I like to kind of get that planning in there. I buy my curriculum in May, the end of April, May, so that I have everything for the upcoming school year. So thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Like this video, you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.